and could potentially, I won't say stomp, but could potentially run over with this game. However, Entity, they have a lot of ways to fight back, right?
No,
Fighting around these towers, they've got the Curse, they've got the Blood right on top, they've got the Enigma, and they've got a fast-paced hero from mid on the Tiny. So, bit of a clash of two different styles, but I think it should be a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to see sort of this dynamic where one team is very clearly going to go for that early sort of objectives.
I like that. You see that? Level 1, they smoke out, they get the wolf immediately. That's cool. So Toby's just got to go walk back to base. They get a little jolt of XP and gold for them because they get the wolf. Very nice. Any interesting starting items that we see? Anything out of the ordinary? What's Snaking got? He's got no items. Okay, he's bringing a Bassi, so he's just going to be healing and also pumping up the mana of the Bristle. Sox is just going Headdress, so looks pretty normal across the board. Cool. And of course, Enigma starting with the stick, because he's playing versus Bristle, getting some stat items to start too. Very nice. Mid ward, they might be able to get they might be able to get the D ward early. Yeah, they know, because they placed that ward so early on, because they smoked out to place it. Might just be able to get an instant D ward. Ooh, battle.
I think Tundra's got to be a bit careful here. They don't want to try and fight this.
Yeah, they got the D ward because of that early ward that they placed. The power of the Headdress, though, Saksa, he's a bit low, but doesn't even have to eat any tangos or anything. We'll be able to heal up. And let's see how the mid matchup goes. Could be a bit of a tough one, of course, for Stormstormer. Let's see how he endures the Necro.
Let's have a look. I mean, of course, as mentioned in the panel, if they'd have done their research Entity, maybe it was into the back of their minds that it could have been the mid Lycan, so they felt that they had sort of a guaranteed easy lane for Stormstormer. So maybe that sort of played against them.
Maybe a bit. It's still just a comfort hero for him. It is good to be able to play fast around the map to react, but it can definitely fall.
It can be tough here.
To this type of push lineup that Tundra has set up with the heals, with the Bristle getting that timing. Yeah, let's see how it all goes.
And how's Pure going to do down here on this bottom lane as a Bloodseeker? Is he going to get free farm?
Yeah, he should do just fine. They've been very impressive as well with Katomi. He's been kind of my standout player. I'm a support player, of course, so I always look at the support guys, but he's really good at his like these healers, but also they can play aggressive in a way. His Marcy, he was very good at being able to decide when to save teammates. His Wyvern also being greedy, going for a bit of a carry style build last time was really cool. And we're already seeing what Tundra does when they know they can't like dominate a lane or anything. They just start pulling. I think Tundra does this most of the time anyway. They love to manipulate.
I think they do it pretty much every game.
Yeah. But Entity, they know how to react to this. They get the wave pulled behind the tower as well too. They will deny a full wave.
Yeah, of course on this top lane, Skeeter should also have
he's in a free one.
Pretty easy time. He's a Bristle in the safe lane and he's backed up by a Warlock.
Yeah, he should have absolute free farm, plus even some Eidolons in some situations if they're not careful. The only one who can die really, I think, is Snaking up top. The lanes should be pretty safe across the board.
Yeah,
but mid's going to be, of course. Yeah, mid's going to be very one-sided.
Where we will see Stormstormer have a bit of a slower start.
Absolutely. Look at this. I mean, look at these lanes. It's not even lanes, really. It's just manipulating constantly. Wolf will get the courier.
Katomi losing his courier amidst all the chaos down here. But yeah, without the lanes playing up Pure, he's getting easy farm.
And they're playing this lane really well on the side of Entity, making sure they keep just catching the wave over and over and over again. Pure getting that free farm. Oh, he's actually denying a lot of CS too. Only 2 denies, but they're denying him getting some of those last hits on the Lycan.
I mean, Pure's ready to step up now. He's 2 points in the passive. He's more than happy to trade. And Tundra do start to fall low across the board, so I've got to be a little careful, especially with the setup, this bit of a slow that Katomi can offer. Definitely kill potential for Entity in this sort of situation. Tundra know it. 33 having to be very, very cautious how close you can get to the creep wave. They're doing a good job of forcing them back, your Entity.
No blood for you.
Zoning him off completely. Looks like he missed a couple CS as well too on the Lycan again, because they are putting that pressure on him. He actually missed the whole wave. He got experience, but doesn't get any last hits. Yeah, really good stuff so far. As a lot of time too, one thing I do want to mention is when you are playing with Bloodseeker, most of the time you have lanes that can pressure decently, right? So that the Bloodseeker gets that thirst going. They don't really have that this time because of the way that Tundra has set everything up, right? 9 in mid, he's gonna always be full top. The only one who can really die is the Warlock. Bristle should be pretty safe and healed up to the top every single time too, so being able to take advantage of thirst this time in lanes isn't really gonna happen too much, but he's still gonna have a very good lane either way. I mean, 33 is just so annoying to lane verse. They just keep having to pull a lane, but they're, like we said, doing an excellent job of getting that creep equilibrium met together.
Absolutely, Entity came prepared here. They knew exactly what Tundra was going to be doing with the lane pulling, and they've reacted to it pretty much the best that we've seen any team do so against Tundra in the matchups that we've had so far from them in this division. This is looking very good, and yeah, you can see that on the CS. 33 isn't getting much farm at all out of this bottom lane because of the way that Entity's able to deal with it. And Pure, he's top CS.
No blood for you.
Even giving the high fives and stuff too. Sox now unblocking the camp. They want to be able to open it up for when the Dominator does come out quite early, and also just being able to manipulate even more of that creeps. So they can maybe Stormstormer makes a move early, but he doesn't actually. Needs to stay in the mid lane.
There's Kasami trying to get the creeps over to the neutrals. He's going to get the majority of them back, yeah.
He's killing it.
They've really done their homework here, Entity. I know this is the area of focus. They can't let Tundra get away with this for free.
And I like you can tell he feels super confident, right? He knows this is a lane. There's no way you die as a Wyvern in this lane unless you make some drastic mistake. So he's able to play kind of cocky and aggressive to get these constant pulls.
No, it's really well done. Mid lane, of course, yeah, 9 just completely dominated.
That's the biggest disparity.
Double the CS here with Stormstormer. I'm sure he was very, very happy when he was able to grab Necrophos as that counter pick to Tiny in this matchup. He is having a wonderful time.
One of the best hero picks, really, versus Tiny. Even if it's a carry Tiny as well, too, it's just super easy because you're so high HP, you just get a Reaper on him all game. And the lane, of course, as we see.
Yeah, kind of just all points to the game, right? Feels pretty good.
Yep. And you naturally itemize versus a Tiny, too, right? You can
he's
get
not
your cloak,
burst you.
You just get tanky, you don't have to really worry about getting burst too much. Rune goes to Saksa. Now they might even set up onto a kill, potentially, onto Stormstormer. Moving with the Catapult Wave. Then a Glyph it up as well to get some extra tower damage with that DD Rune. And of course, during all this, since they can't pressure the Bristle, they can't, well, they're slowing down his farm because it's Enigma. He's constantly getting those denies. Snaking is backing up, and he's starting the stacks. So I saw Fishman. He makes his move into the jungle. Starts scouting out those stacks, gets a ward down too, because they know Bristol's going to back up. He always wants to play relying on stacks.
And also for Entity, Pure can kind of be left on his own. After the free start, they were able to secure him against the way that Tundra was trying to play the lane. Now at a spot where he's level 6, 33 is still only level 4. This Lycan poses no threat at all to the Bloodseeker. So Pure, and he's going to be very happy sitting down here on his own.
And they're getting a lot of stacks going themselves too. I saw they stacked the hard camp here. That was the Tiny initially for one stack, and then the Wyvern came over and stacked another one afterwards. So getting prepared for these post-laning phase things that will happen. But yeah, Tundra, as we mentioned, there's a Bristle. They're going to get the stacks going a little bit more. And they're starting to distribute the wealth a little bit too, and the experience. Saksa takes the mid lane. They're going to farm jungle, but look at Fishman. He's like, okay, I'll take some experience, thank you.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What have we got? 9 going for straight away, yeah. That's the Vessel, and
cool.
Skid has nearly got his Vanguard, so I mean both safe laners, really put in safe. Safe is the name of it. This Bloodseeker unlikely to die anytime soon, and same for the Bristle up top.
Feels like this game is going to explode very quick as soon as we hit that 10-minute mark. Once they start getting the setup on the towers of that second siege. Does feel like Tundra, they're going to look to collapse pretty heavy, and the reaction from Entity is definitely there. If they do have the levels, especially on the Wyvern. Yeah, as long as Katomi gets some levels. Right now he's a bit limited, but...
That's true, because he's given up so much space to Pure down bottom. They will need that curse top lane.
Okay.
Drop the black hole, and that will do it. Skidder will be able to get first blood on the way down as the Quills take out Fishman. But it'll cost him his life. So good commitment there with the first black hole, securing the kill on the carry.
Still gets the first blood though, because the Quills, of course. That was kind of funny. So Vanguard will be done, but a good aggressive move from the Enigma. A bit unexpected, perhaps. And yeah, we see the Urn, of course, on Toby. Also going to go in for the Vessel probably this game. Actually, maybe not. He might not, even though they are versus Necro. Look at this last Quill. Oh.
Yeah, so the combination of that and, of course, the Fade Bolt coming in from Saxa.
They got to give these supports some experience, though, on Entity. As we said, you know, they do have ways to react to the push that's going to come very early from Tundra, but they do have to make sure that they get levels.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Nine still getting just so much out of the map. Top net worth for the moment. It's going to be a very good timing on the Vessel.
It's a very good Vessel game also.
It's going to make life hard for Pure in the fight. You know, it's Hero that wants to be getting these burst heals up to keep him sustained. And Nine's going to be able to keep him low.
And, I mean, even Stormstormer as well, too. Even versus Wyvern, there's a lot of different functions that can be really nice for it. I'm curious to see if Toby does go for the finish of the Vessel. Okay, he is. I was wondering maybe if he does go for a little bit more of his own item build. It's a pretty hard game for him to itemize, so I understand why he wants to just go for Vessel. He's playing versus Rubik. He's playing versus Warlock. There's almost no way that you're going to get these black holes that are perfect in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, we'll see that. They'll now leave that bottom lane for Katomi.
Exactly.
Get him that XP. They need him to get the 6 before this sort of push starts to come together from Tundra. See in the mid, Pure. He's going to set up with a Rupture on 9, but not really going to be able to get in underneath the tower. We'll be able to hold them off so that he can pick himself up the power rune. It's a nice one as well. That DD will speed up a bit of jungling for him.
Catapult wave is going to start coming, though. So 10 minutes is hit. Tundra probably want to emphasize pushing on that mid lane again, as we saw before. Katomi also has to be a bit cautious bottom. 33, he has hit 6, he has his Dominator, so they could go for a dive play on the Wyvern and pressure 2 lanes at the same time. So Entity, they have to be ready for this type of move and be healthy, in particular, on the Tiny to be able to react.
Will they want to hold the tier 1?
I mean, they probably want to, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. Wyvern tends to be one of the best.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
What are we seeing here?
Did he actually take the creep, too?
Oh, we did. 33.
He also denied a ward before. Also, Katomi was getting a D ward. If you see the sentry near the Ancients, he stopped him from getting the money for it, too.
He's going to be in a bit of trouble there if they find him. He'll show himself with the Splinter Blast. They know that he's in there. And we'll get his way across the tree line. Snaking, he ain't messing around. He'll drop the Chaotic Offering for this one. As Kataomi will fall, and they will, of course, get this tower. This is not a spot of the map that Entity want to turn up to. In fact, not only just pushing the tower bottom, they're going to be quick with the moves over towards mid, so it's making sure that they've got the resources split, so they get that tower, and they don't leave any opportunities for Entity to really put any pressure on anywhere else.
Snaking, micro your Golem. At least share it with 33. It's just idle in the bottom lane. The Golem. Oh no.
Oh, it's chilling.
It did its job. It cleared the trees, it got the kill.
33 said, you better not move that Golem and steal my wave. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to see this Golem coming down the wave just stealing all the creeps from him. He's like, you keep that Golem there AFK.
And he will. It is just AFK. He's focused. He's focused on other things. The Golem cam. They've got priorities. Mid lane Vessel's done, and they've got a charge. Mid.
Doesn't want to feed it. You know. Back up in mid. Now get that Reaper stack down on a Pure. That's Pure gone. Let's see if Saxter can get out of this. Fishman on top of him, the battery salt will get in return. But a big kill there for 9. Slamming down Pure with a Reaper Siphon, also with a chase down on the Stormstormer. He'll get the double. 2 kills here for 9. As his game just continues to get better and better. You see him already nearly have a 7k net worth. He's going to be in position now to put some pressure onto the mid tower. Yeah, this Necrophos pick has been perfect, and 9 has played it completely to its strengths.
He's almost level 12 is the other thing too, right? He gets these big kills on both of the cores, which is going to boost him forward. Stormstormer's been doing a great job of keeping up though. He's been farming some stacks, and he is level 11 with the Blink Dagger already, as we saw revealed there, but the first reveal of the Blink actually gets them both killed.
Taking these tier 1 towers here, Tundra, we're already starting to see some elements of what we'd expect from this lineup that they're running. They're getting these early objectives. Entity, they're just trying to slow it down and sort of stay out of the way as much as possible. A little bit of a lapse of judgment, of course, losing Pure there, but now they might find some fortune here for Pure as they've managed to get 9 right underneath Pure. Pure's going to look for the revenge, and he's going to be able to get it. Takes out 9, and now they'll look to chase for more. Winter's Curse to set up on Snaking. Pure will clean up some of the summons to the side. Now he's ready to turn back in and run them down as Snaking falls. Entity, a good punch back there as Tundra, after, sort of sticking around, getting the objective, taking the tower, 9 just caught in position where a fantastic toss from Stormstormer set it up.
I love the way they're using this too. They tried to do it before, the rupture toss play, but that time definitely connected, put him way out of position to be able to get any help from his
he wasn't
teammates.
ready for that at all.
No. It's a nice move. And Pure getting that big kill. Now we see the level. You know, they're all like level 11, level 12 on the 2 cores as well.
And that is the thing, you know, Tundra, they may be getting these early tier 1 towers, but as you can see on the gold, it's pretty much dead even. And if anything, I think there's definitely going to be more of a concern for Tundra. You know, they want to be ahead. They want to be taking these buildings. They don't want Entity to be getting as much as they have been. And those sort of moves where Pure's able to get kills like that back against 9, it's worrying, because if Pure can get sort of those first 2 items, get that BKB, he's going to be more than happy to turn up and just fight when Tundra come with these pushes.
And they haven't been able to punish Toby yet, but now the rotation's coming in. They're likely to get this Enigma now.
Get him in with a Reaper's dive.
Oh, doesn't get the stack though.
I'll see if they can get the push. So.
They've got Curse available in 5 seconds, Enigma back up in 20. Potential for them to fight here. Rupture was used though. All these Eidolons, they're actually doing a decent amount of work here for the side of Tundra to get this push safely going.
A very nice addition to the strategy that Tundra want to run. Being able to grab that away from Toby's Enigma.
But yeah, Entity, I mean, they're doing a great job of being able to stall a bit here and also just keep up with that net worth. I mean, Toby overall, like, if you look, level 10, but 42 denies on this Enigma. He's kept that lane kind of in one spot.
Go for the fire here. The Golem is going to be dropped down. Skida, he's ready to charge him. Will be held back by the Cogs for now. Turns attention over towards Fishman. The Bonds definitely causing issues though. Catahome is going to tick down pretty low to this damage split between them. Fishman will go back in with the hook shot. Avalanche control. Pure, he's trying to get in on top of Skida. They're going to be able to have the damage to take him down. Double kill for Stormer. As Entity once again coming in with a solid fight there. Around these positions where, you know, Tundra, they get the tower, they commit some big ultimates such as the Golem, but Entity, they're being able to fight back and hold themselves very, very well. They'll also be able to clean up the Golem.
He used the Vestal on the Golem there.
You know, you want to get that plus 100 gold or whatever it is.
Damn right.
Stage for taking it down.
I mean, this is huge because they just fought back without really having to use almost any ults, right? It was just the Clockwork hook shot. The Rupture had been used earlier before the fight started. Now they have a really big advantage to be able to take a fight. No Golem. Now Toby is even looking like, oh, I might be able to cast a black hole.
Well, still 9. He was trying to TP out Stormer sees him jump straight back in with the toss back. They've got the black hole. They'll lock him down. 9. He's going to get taken out. A fantastic grab yet again from Stormer. As I guess 9 just didn't quite expect them to sort of had the vision to see as they just got straight in on top of him. And a bit of a panic reaction there from Tundra as they throw TPs in, but with 9 gone, there's not really a fight to be had up here. The Fishman with the hook shot. He's going to be able to set up onto Snaking. They'll get themselves a second.
Ooh.
I mean, Tundra, they may have taken, what, 3 tier 1 towers, but this is nowhere near as clean as they need it to be with their lineup. Entity, they're shutting them down, and now they're ready to push back and take some objectives themselves. It's not as smooth as Tundra needed it to be, I don't think.
No, I think that they're kind of at a big disadvantage. It only says a 1k lead, but as you mentioned, this lineup for Entity is very good if they're able to hold off the push. They kill Necrophos, they kill Bristol. They have tons of percent-based damage. Bloodseeker, once he gets Shard, Enigma Pulse, they have the Wyvern naturally built in too versus these summons. Yeah, this is pretty massive for Entity.
Some really nice responses from Entity.
I mean, Stormer is honestly playing like kind of like a god right now.
Yeah, you know, he was doubled in CS in that lane by 9's Necrophos, but he's really made it work. He's made it work. It was a tough matchup that he was put into, and he's got his blink. Nether Shawl as well also found. That's a lovely little pickup, and of course getting the BKB next. And once him and Pure have those BKBs, the team fights and pushes aren't going to be easy for Tundra. Some good BKB usages of Entity, and we're going to see Tundra's heroes die. You know, already Entity's been able to get these kills without the BKBs.
And they have just such good setup from their team, right? Their team fight overall, sure, they're fighting into Golem, but Golem, very long cooldown, and yeah, Entity, they're feeling their power. Now they're going to start making moves as well. BKB, it's so early on this Bloodseeker. Also has a Brigand's Blade. He's going to be able to shred through these heroes. 33. He's shown his face. He's probably just dead here.
Looks like they'll set up for snaking. 33, is he going to get the chance to sneak away?
Okay, he will. But Entity's just looking for the next kill as well. They'll find an Ancient. So much gold to be acquired from these summons this game.
So much money you get from these, innit? Understandably is so, you know. It's fair, you know, it's balanced that it gives you that much money. They do so much if you leave them alive. 250 gold there.
Yeah, it's crazy how well they've been able to hold off. Level 15 on 2 cores. They're going to be able to naturally build into the Silver Edge onto the Tiny at some point soon too, versus that Bristle, and not really feeling the effect of the Bristle too much, right? They've done such a good job of slowing down his farm. He's actually going for BKB rather than going for the Aghanims that we usually see.
needs it because, you know, we're just seeing the tools that Entity have. They will kill Skeeter. He is nowhere near unkillable at all. This Bristleback very easily dealt with.
They have a lot of spells that go through that BKB though, as we mentioned.
True.
They have Curse, Rupture, Clockwork Hood Shot. They have pretty much all the elements to be able to kill that Bristle, even when he does get it.
I mean, yeah, ultimately then, what is the BKB purchase targeting? You think, what is he scared of that the BKB will protect him from? Is it just sort of these little bits of instances of control, like the Malefice, the Battery Assault, that stops him from being able to run freely through the fight?
He just needs to be the meat shield, right? To be able to tank up a lot for 9, because I think they're starting to feel a bit worried, because 9, he had this great start, but 2 times now he's playing, I could say maybe slightly overconfident, but not even really. He just gets tossed out of position, so Skeeter just has to give a lot of information and charge in. So I think that's why he'd go for that BKB, and also look to fight around the first Roche, which is ideally Tundra probably already wanted to get that first Roche already, but they can't. Like, Entity is, like we were saying, quite far ahead, it does feel like at the moment. And they're still looking to play aggressive. They're actually the ones constantly on the aggressive move now, in comparison to Tundra.
Yeah, Tundra's having to be really careful.
Lotus Orb is done for 9, so they'll have a way to dispel that Spirit Vessel, and BKB is done on Skeeter, so they do have a bit of a timing right now. But Entity can definitely fight back.
It's very difficult for Tundra to sort of look for the next step now. They're going to try with the smoke. They've got their ultimates.
They've got the Shard also on snaking.
They need to blow up a core at the start. They've got to find Stormstormer or Pure, ideally. Toby's not a bad catch as well. Eliminate the threat of the Black Hole. They need one of the cores, and Entity, they're just reading this perfectly. They've headed away, and it doesn't look like Tundra's going to be able to catch anyone by surprise.
Yeah, they're so ready. Look at this. They all immediately back up together. Double blinks are done.
They're ready to smoke themselves. They know that Tundra's is going to come to an end soon. They're going to back off. Tundra, this is going to be a bit of a risk.
Ooh, they have Blink on the Wyvern, Blink on the Enigma, Blink on the...
They're
so
not
many
going to
forms.
get away with that. They're going to have to back off.
No way.
They're not doing Roshan anytime soon.
But they heal up a lot.
See to the side. Stormstormer's in with a jump. Stacks up. He's going to fall low. They get the curse off here as well. Controlling Skeeter. 2 dead on Tundra. Pure, he's very low, but Toby's in with a jump. Black Hole to control both 9 and Skeeter. Skeeter goes down. Cold Embrace to the side. Healing up Pure. Stormstormer turns with the Avalanche for the 33. 33 has to run. We'll see a buyback coming from Zaxa, as they were able to take out Pure there. And that extra bit of burst that Zaxa could offer is Tundra. They end up losing 3. They take down 2 themselves.
Okay. It looked like Entity was kind of going to run away with it there for a moment, but...
It definitely didn't go as bad as it could have there for Tundra. I think the big thing being, 9, he didn't quite get taken out, despite getting caught in the black hole. He was able to live.
And Stolen Rupture also did a decent amount of work, and Zaxa with the buyback comes back to the tower and helps finish off that Bloodseeker.
Yeah, absolutely. That buyback, yeah, indeed, making sure that it ends up pretty even.
Yeah.
Because it was a good jump here to start things off.
It was very quick how he stole the Rupture, too. Like, look at Pure. I don't think he realized. And he's just running with it, and he's dying to it, just can't avoid it.
I mean, yeah, that was absolutely massive. If he didn't Rupture Pure there, Pure gets back in. 9's dead for sure during the black hole. I mean, Zaxa completely saved that fight by getting the Rupture back onto Pure.
It was a quick steal, too, the way he did it.
Yeah.
Like, it was in the midst of everything, in midst of chaos with the Curse flying around. He's able to somehow get that steal onto the Bloodseeker. And now back into Roche. They know the ults are down.
Still trying to poke at it.
Curse is back up.
And Pure's BKB is ready to pop in a second. So he can commit back in on this. We'll see Entity smoke up for positioning around here.
Look at these wolves trying to scout, but they are smoked.
I mean, it's a risk that Tundra's taking, but a risk that understandably they have to kind of go for. Pure's going to head in there with the hook shot. Radiant will get the kill onto the Roshan. Who's going to be able to pick up the Aegis? It's Pure. Pure's able to grab it. Curse to the side. Holds down the 3 of them. The stacks are out. Pure. He's going to chase down Snaking, jump forward from Toby Hill, go with the Malefice onto 9, toss combo from Stormstormer, burst through the Necrophos, they bring him down. Pure, he's ready to continue to clean up more. He's looking to chase down Skeeter. Skeeter's trying to run, but Pure's got the speed to close down upon him. There's 3 dead on Tundra. Again, Tundra, not to take the fight without getting anything themselves. They do manage to find both Toby and Kataomi. The 33 will get caught. Triple kill for Pure. It will be Entity's team fight. And of course, throughout it all, they get that Roshan Aegis, and it will still be there for the next move. Pure's able to keep that untouched and ready for the next play.
Beautiful spellcasting. Katomi, he sees his target, he sees the Rubik. He's like, I don't want him to get any type of steal off. I don't want him to get cursed. I don't want him to get rupture. Blinks in, curses, gets it onto 3. Rubik gets killed by his teammates. They quickly can just outnumber them and take that advantage. And Pure, yeah, again, the hook shot, steal the Aegis. They get the last hit as well, too. Level 19 now. And once that fight starts to become, you know, where Pure is able to just hit targets with his shard as well, too, that we saw him purchase earlier, he's just healing and healing and healing in the fight.
And it really did feel like it was very much a move that Tundra, they had to take the risk, right?
They did.
The game was starting to fall away from them. They had to make moves like that. Obviously, it felt uncomfortable. It looked kind of awkward. But if they're not doing that, they're not doing anything, and Entity's just going to take over the game inevitably. So they had to take the risk. It didn't quite pay off, though. Entity, they're able to come out on top.
And now, Tundra is massively far behind. Not even just because of the gold disadvantage or anything, it's just the way the lineups work. This Entity draft is very good if they get to this point versus Tundra. They already have Silver Edge on Stormstormer. He's level 20 as well.
So the game already was very hard before this Roshan play. They take the risk, it doesn't pay off, and now the game becomes even more difficult here for Tundra's Entity. Are very much going to feel that they've got the edge, and they're now in a much more comfortable position, I feel, than that 7K indicates.
Oh yeah, it feels more like a 15, 20K lead or something at this point, with the way that the drafts do work versus each other. Yeah, Pure already Basher now too. They are hitting insane item timings, and yeah, Stormstormer just continuing to impress on his Tiny. When he was in that incredibly difficult matchup, he still has persevered.
Are scanning.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. The way that they're playing off each other with their spellcasting has been a treat to watch so far this game. And Tundra, now it's kind of like this desperation mode. It's like, uh-oh, how do we actually play our draft now?
Adapt their draft, indeed. Any sort of change up in maybe items, or what do you do now with this lineup when it's not had the explosive start and mid game that you know that they would have been aiming for?
Oh, I honestly don't really know. It's kind of, you have to play this like split push game with 33 to force reactions.
Right? It's down to Saxa now. We've got to see some insane steals.
Yeah, pretty much. They have to force weird fights. They have to like force Entity around the map and somehow get some type of spell steals for Saxa, but yeah, not going to be an easy ask.
Is there any sort of opening for some sort of rat play from 33 in this kind of game, and how will do Entity deal with the split push?
And they deal with it very well. Yep. Yeah, they can just send Katomi down to most situations.
Nice hook shot here from Fishman. We'll be able to catch him. 33 will be able to bite his way out of the cogs, but Stormstormer's in with the combo. It's 33 taken down. Out for 50 seconds, and now Entity happily in position to push around this bottom lane, look for a tier 1, maybe even a tier 2 down here.
Yeah, this is very impressive. Every single player just doing exactly what they need to do on the side of Entity. And just look at this. Now they're restricting the map even more.
Pure, he'll be happy to tank the Rupture to get it down onto 9, because he's got an Aegis, Pure. He doesn't even care if he goes down the once here. Let's see what they can get done. What's ready? That's ready to turn towards Skidder. Skidder will be able to get the BKB off. That's Pure down the once. Fishman will die. See Stormstormer holding his ground. Who's going to get the Reaper Side thrown straight down onto him. Tundra will be able to take him out.
Okay. They forced a bit of a bad fight there, Pure. Maybe pushing the limits a little too much versus that Necrophos. And Stormstormer, with his first real big mistake, it feels like, in the game, getting too aggressive, trying to go for this Bristle, eats too much damage. And then Reaper, as we mentioned, still one of those counters versus Tiny.
A good bit of money for 9. I mean, 9...
needed.
You can see him as well, 3K gold saved up at the moment. It's a lot of pressure when you get this sort of money now to sort of consider what is the item going to be. It helps you sort of recover the game in this sort of position.
Yeah, he's probably like, how do I tank? Do I want to tank up? Do I need to just get positioning items? Right now, he's just saving gold, so...
What do you think sort of would be the top of his considerations here?
I'm wondering, it's just scary to tank up.
What do you buy?
I'm not sure, because he's playing versus all this percent-based damage on their draft too, that he's probably like, maybe I just don't want to even get tank here. We just have to play relying on all of these position plays.
Middle tower is under attack.
Let's see what they can get done while Stormstormer's dead. Let's see if Entity want to try and take a fight without their Tiny.
No BKB for 15 seconds also on Bloodseeker, so Pure has to be careful. Rupture.
You see Toby jumping in just to make sure they have a chance to finish it off the kill on Stack, so they'll get him.
And now as soon as Stormstormer's back,
he's already looking for the action. Yeah, he's going straight at them. See if he can set up.
He gets tossed back.
Ah, he's going to be able to get it. Tossed back. Over towards Pure 9. He'll try to run. But very limited options here. And this will be a fair bit of money lost as well there. Nearly, yeah, about 400 gold lost, of course. He was holding on to 4,000 gold unspent. So a fair bit of money lost there off that death.
And Pure getting the last hit as well, getting him closer to a Scotty. An excellent Scotty game versus Bristol, and Necron versus all the heals.
I mean, he's got to buy something, 9, right?
I really do.
He's got to, yeah, but it's just so hard, right?
Yep.
It's so hard. Like, what does he get? Okay, he's going to go for the Dagon route. Look for the burst, look for the aggression.
Yeah, because nothing feels amazing, right? Like, if he wants a heart or something, no, it's bad. Percent pace damage. Or the Lotus is the best purchase, as we've seen, versus Malefice to reflect some spells and all that, too. Remove the Vessel, but...
No, it's hard. It's very hard here for Tundra.
Mm-hmm. And now they're playing into a fully finished Wraith Pack done on Toby. As we mentioned, he can't... Opa! Is that gonna... That looks like it's gonna hit.
Is that gonna hit?
That's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit.
Do they have... they don't have follow-up, though.
He can blink. Oh, he's actually gonna get to blink. He's gonna sit now. He's gonna get to blink.
Maybe. It's pretty close.
I mean, he's gonna get to blink. Like, he's gonna blink this easily, right?
Let's see.
Like, he's just gonna...
Either way, he's alive.
That blink, he's out.
There's no one near anyway to follow up. So they might actually be a potential to get the kill onto Fishman if they just...
Oh, wasn't able to blink.
And yeah, Fishman...
Didn't matter.
He'll quickly jump away. Tumble himself out of his cogs.
He's gonna jump back in, Saxer.
Okay.
Drop some stolen cogs down onto Fishman.
But here comes Stormstormer. And they gotta watch out with those two supports on Tundra. So yeah, Tundra, as we say, they're trying to do this split push stuff, trying to force some reactions from Entity. The Wolves, the Shard, especially on 33, just constantly shoving the lane in. Entity not overreacting, though.
No, they're just getting the next big items done. I mean, Pure 800 gold, and he'll have Scardy.
Such a good game for it. It's gonna be so good versus that BKB on the Bristol, reduce all the healing and everything, too.
And you like this as well in Katomi, this Blink Shadow Blade build. All about the setup.
I love it. It's all about positioning this game. Dodging the Wolves in particular so he can get that perfect positioning play. We saw him do something similar the other day, too. He's all about the positioning.
Dire are scanning.
Ags is done, so Skeeter. Not the timing that I think he would want to have a BKB Ags on a Bristol, but a little bit of strength also increased for him.
His sort of real struggle, the fact that he's still very much killable in these team fights.
And Entity, feeling strong. They've got their gem purchased up. Scotty's done. They feel a big timing to be able to get aggressive.
With that sort of just combo, Scotty and with the Shard, Pure can just stay on top of a target, and it'll very likely take him out with very little answers being available for Tundra. Snake Kick caught out in the jungle. Of course, Roshan, what's the timing on that one? It's back. It's back. Okay, so this, if Entity check that out, I'm sure they'll want to head in.
We see the micro already coming in. 33 is split pushing bottom, but he's also scouting Roche. So there's a wolf in there. So they are aware of it. Fighting it's going to be quite impossible, though.
But the thing is, as well, with Tundra in their position, they do kind of have to take risks.
I agree.
This may be a risk they consider.
It's tough without the Warlock, though. 10 seconds. And Entity...
I mean, I see in the mid. Fishman, he's over with a hook shot. Staxter just gets swiped down there by Stormstorm in one hit.
He tossed back Katomi, trying to get the kill on the Wyvern before that fight, but now pretty impossible to test this Roche. No Rubik. He's kind of the most... He's got the most crucial one, it feels like, around these Roche fights.
What do we got from this? Aegis will be into the hands of Pure, who's taking the shard.
Give it to Toby.
Yep.
And they do quickly deal with that split push that's happening bottom with the Tiny, who now has a full BKB near 25. I mean, both cores are almost 25. Yeah, both 24 on Pure and Stormstormer. Just incredible games from the two of them.
See Tundra trying a little bit of a small smoke here around the mid. Maybe in case that some sort of move is attempted onto Skeeter from Entity that doesn't involve the whole team. But Entity, again, they're playing it smart. They're not falling for any of these moves that Tundra's trying to bait them into to give Tundra a chance of getting back in on this.
Entity definitely knows how far ahead they are in this game. Like, they know the way that their draft is going to function. They have the break that's natural versus this Bristle from the Tiny. And just overwhelming team fight, really.
A wyvern's breath.
Farming up those 25s as we mentioned.
Yeah,
both Pure and Stormstormer getting closer and closer.
Who's the highest at the moment on Tundra? We've got what? Yeah, just level 20 on 9. Still quite the XP difference right now.
He has the assassinate build. He's just gonna have to just one-shot somebody before the fight starts and hope that they can win the fight at a number advantage. But even then, Entity have this massive advantage. Yeah, they're almost gonna have the 2 rupture charges. Double rupture charges, multiple tosses potential. They can rupture toss people all around. They can have a lot of fun with their draft as it gets to this point too. And yeah, love this. I love the Wyvern Shard. Especially once you get the 15 talent, you're just able to split push waves so easy. The radius is enormous. Yeah, they're continuing to scale quite a lot more than that of Tundra. Like even looking at Katomi, if he's able to get Ags in later stages, like this is just chill. This is kind of the very chill moment for Entity, that they know that they're at this huge advantage, that they can just kind of stall, wait. If Tundra wants to bring the fight to them, they're fine with that. They're just going to continue to get stronger and stronger with this draft.
We'll see another attempt here from Tundra. Smoke up. Who can they find? I mean, already, you know, Pure was pushing out top. TP's back towards his teammates. They make sure they're in a position that even if Tundra do find them, very unlikely that Tundra can take the team fight 5v5.
Yep.
Entity, they know exactly what Tundra's going for every single time.
Pure, not quite 25, but Stormstormer isn't. Saksa, quick blink.
Ooh, very, very quick blink. And still get the rupture down onto Skeeter. Over on his side of the map. Should be someone that Entity won't look to throw themselves into. See, so continued variations here. Skeeter queuing up his Satanic next, just to try and give him the best chance of being able to survive and trade, stand his ground, punch back against the Bloodseeker if Pure gets in his face.
Level 25 now on Pure too, so they've hit this very strong timing with the two cores on Entity.
Stormstormer knows that Sax is hovering around him with a rocket flare. They'll find him.
Disintegrated. Yep, Entity continuing to just play very smart. Not forcing, not over-forcing anything, just catching anybody on the split push because they know Tundra's just trying to avoid them constantly. And they have about a minute left on the Aegis. They've got lanes in good position. Now they can start to potentially hit some towers. They can split push too. Stormstormer can even hit the bottom tower if he'd like to while they hit mid.
Yeah, they've got quite some push as well. These high ground pushes, they're going to be covered as well by some very nice team fight ultimates. You know, Katomi and Toby's going to be ready to throw in. So Entity, and set up, they should have a pretty good opportunity to just step up and hit the building. Only 1 minute left on Pure's Aegis.
They're being careful because the split push starts happening. Stormstormer's like, I can still get bigger, guys. You know, I'm a tiny. I'm scaling so well in this game as it goes forward. He's going to have a moon shard done if he wants to purchase it. So, you know, Pure, he's a carry, but yeah, they have a secondary one for sure with this tiny, who is just absolutely massive.
Yeah, who do you reckon's done more hero damage? Probably Stormstormer, right, by bit.
I mean, I don't know, actually, because the shard on Bloodseeker can sometimes be deceptive how much you do. But Stormstormer has been super close.
Oh, here we go, we can see.
Very close.
It's very, very close. But indeed, Stormstormer just slightly ahead, but yeah, excellently split here between the two. And as you say, at this point, absolutely, you've got 2 carries on the side of Entity that are equally as deadly.
Buildings are going to drop in seconds as well, too. And yep, just they continue to scale. As we said, you know, even an Aghanim, Suna, Katomi, he's just going to be able to deal with this percent damage. It's going to be amazing in the fights, the kiting, too. They're playing it cool and careful here. That's a nice pickup. Little timeless relic.
Very nice one. I mean, who's going to want to play with that one?
Toby's using an Aquila. I could argue it for Katomi, but you know, you probably want to give it to your core.
Now Tundra, they're going to give it another shot out of the base with the smoke.
They're trying to split them up. The Wolves are pushing a little bit top. They're scouting with 33, looking for any opportunity to just assassinate a hero and get something for themselves.
Maybe they can find Stormstormer.
And they got him
on his own. It's not nearly enough damage, though. He's able to put the BKB, turn with the Avalanche toss, and step back towards the rest of his teammates. As now, obviously, right within the rest of his allies, that's not a place that Tundra can look to chase him any further.
He can get healed up, too. They have the Vessel, they have the Cold Embrace, too.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. They can even look to get straight back on with the push. Only the one ultimate used there, of course, Reaper's Sight from 9.
It's a big one, though. It's the biggest one they actually have to watch out for in this game. They also did use Shapeshift, so they actually has two of them that they did end up committing.
Top tower is under attack.
Now they're going to sweep over, try to get a catch of their own.
We've got 33 is managing to push that top lane in pretty hard. Has taken down another tier 2, so 33 doing his best to keep this game alive with this constant side lane pressure.
He's trying. He's scouting so like his wolves as well too. He's been microing them and scouting all over the place, but Entity always quick to respond with the counter. Stormstormer shows up, deletes the wave. Ooh. Yeah, they know. They just know how much the Tundra's is trying to avoid it. Yeah, without Reaper, they can't actually go for that type of assassination play either. So Entity feeling very confident to make a move.
Oh, now Snake King trying to go for a bit of dewarding. Pure. He'll take advantage of that, get the kill.
Ooh, I like if he does commit for the refresher too. 4 charges of Rupture, of course, that's going to come out if he does commit for it. I think he switched the build. I think he finished. He's going to be going for the Abyssal Blade first, probably.
Nah, he's got the recipe.
Oh, he did buy the recipe. Oh, okay, cool.
He's going in for it. He's going in for it. Bottom lane, Stormstormer. He'll get straight in, take out Stacks, and gets the Silver Edge hit over towards Skeeter. Skeeter's trying to run. He's just dead. He has not had an easy game, this Bristol.
No. And perhaps another one. It's just a curse to hold him back. Oh, nice try. Nice try.
Well, nearly catching him with a hook shot, but not quite getting the angle.
Tried to headband him backwards toward his team. That was a cute attempt. Katomi now Ags too. They're all so massive.
He's ready to have some fun. You know, he's like, right, boys, I've got me Ags. We can end it now.
Yep.
Dire structures are fortified.
And yeah, full refresher now for the Bloodseeker. So more Ruptures, double BKBs, double Mjolnirs as well.
There we go. One set of racks.
On to the next. They're not even... Oh, they got Blood Rage Impure. Blood Rage are tiny. Bit risky, of course. He doesn't want to do that. They don't need it either.
2 sets of racks. Well, okay. I'll leave the range racks for now, but Entity, 26k up. I think they'll just continue to enjoy the way that this game plays out. They're having a great time here.
Yeah,
they know that Tundra is pretty helpless in the situation they're in right now.
Yep, and now they just need to control the top side of the map.
Yep.
Roche is up. They'll be able to clean it up in a couple seconds. Ooh, who do you give the Ags now to? Do you give it to Toby? Do you give it to Pure? Do you give the Blood Mist for the first time in one of these?
The Blood Mist. Nah, just give it a Stormstormer or Fishman actually.
Not Pure.
They're gonna do the Blood
Is he gonna do it?
Hell yeah! They'll be the go on, use it. Do it.
He's probably like,
do it.
Who wants
Blood Mist?
Stormstormer. Okay, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it.
No Blood Mist today.
No, thank God.
Apologies to all you Blood Mist fans out there.
Trivali is amazing, though. It also still procs Echo Saber on each hit when it does hit, and you know it can crit and all that too. So it is, of course, the better choice in most of these situations. You tend to run out of trees, but they don't need it anyway. This is all luxury at this point here for Entity. That's a slow but methodical death for Tundra. Skeeter.
He's just probably dead. Yep. Oh, the heals act the satanic.
Okay,
but Fishman's got the cheese. Skeeter will be able to take Fishman down. Pure actually has to back off it.
All right.
He's got another Rupture. He'll step to the side because he has got the Aegis, so even if he goes down the once, he's not going to care too much. Obviously, the Edge, Stormstormer's just killing everybody, and the Cold Embrace is there to keep Stormstormer alive. They're ready to keep this fight going, Entity. They will take down Skeeter. Triple kill for Stormstormer. Of course, it all still works out for them fine here at the end of the day. It looked, you know, a decent shot there from Tundra in terms of taking down Pure, but he had the Aegis, he didn't care, and they're 37k ahead. There's no worries here for Entity.
Yeah, as we said, the 2 carries, right? Yep. Sure, they can almost kill Stormstormer. They kill Pure once, but then Stormstormer turns and he just kills 3 heroes in a matter of seconds. It's this tiny. On to the final racks.
Up and on for more kills. Stormstormer picks up another. See the buyback coming from Snake King.
Sox are doing anything he can.
There we go. The final set of racks taken. The Mega Creeps are up. We're probably going to see the GG's typed any moment. And there they are. GG is called. Entity will take this game 1. And And it really did look like they just knew exactly what Tundra wanted to do.
Agreed.
They have planned for this perfectly. From everything, from the laning situation, the way that, they knew how Tundra was going to try and deal with the creeps down bottom. They set up Pure to have a fantastic time. And then from onwards, they got those 3 tier 1s early, but I don't think they were ever any more than like 1k, 2k ahead, really,
Yeah.
Tundra. Entity was just finding that much more out of the map. They knew how to deal with Tundra, and I think if